In this world, where money is so abundant that not even God can count it, there exists no true currency. The link between currency and the essential commodity it should represent has been severed. Behind every sovereign fiat currency lies nothing but fragile government credit. Banking reserve systems, deposit currency mechanisms, and especially the myriad financial derivatives of shadow banking have turned what is called currency into a plaything that financial power groups can manipulate at will. The masses are merely sheep in the hands of these financial wolves, with their eyes always glowing green. The rampant overissuance of currency has led to wave after wave of inflation, where the hard-earned money accumulated by countless individuals throughout their lives loses its value, sometimes becoming worthless. People always assume that the world's currencies serve as fair measures of trade. Once they learn about the mechanisms behind currency operations, they will rise up before dawn. The internet has propelled human civilization into a new era, but its development, especially blockchain technology, has also led people into a fantasy world of monetary games. Too many people are caught up in the world of cryptocurrencies, gambling on their fortunes for tomorrow. However, this speculative process has not increased the wealth of human society in the slightest. Instead, the prevalence of high-energy consuming mining has led to an increase in the physical entropy of the blue planet. Moreover, eliminating mining and adopting a virtual currency stock acquisition model based on blockchain rights merely perpetuates unfair human competition based on wealth. Essentially, cryptocurrency is nothing more than a speculative game. Cryptocurrencies cannot truly be considered currencies. They are merely symbolic representations supported by ideas. They are neither related to commodities nor capable of efficiently processing commercial transactions in daily life, as evidenced by the current and foreseeable future inefficiencies of blockchain transaction processing. Although the number of cryptocurrency types has surged to nearly 30,000 in recent years, it is merely a massive irony in the theory of currency diversification and liberalization. The Pearl Standard has spent a decade conducting theoretical explorations and research, completing all related invention patents and trademarks, and registering them globally in multiple languages. See Appendix 2. Pearl Standard Invention Patent and Trademark Registration Overview. It aims to create an unprecedented anchored digital cryptocurrency system, using natural seawater pearls as anchor assets, creating an environmentally friendly retrograde currency system, and ultimately achieving the full scene application of absolute standard currency. The Pearl Standard does not adhere to any historical experience and has no intention of becoming a widely circulated currency. It merely hopes to contribute to the forthcoming wave of exploration into sound currencies. The Pearl Standard will present an overview of its white paper entitled Pearl Standard White Paper, Outline of Retrograde Currency Theory and Practice Discussion Edition, in a series of 100 video episodes. This episode serves as a general overview. The entire overview and the text version of the Pearl Standard White Paper Outline are available on the Pearl Standard's official website www.pearlstandard.org. The Pearl Standard believes that the retrogression of currency is not a regression, but rather a progress in human financial civilization. Additionally, the Pearl Standard believes that defining currency narrowly within the field of finance is a cognitive mistake of humanity, and currency design must be approached from the perspective of all humanity. From the Industrial Revolution to the present day, technological progress has been accelerating rapidly, but human nature has regressed due to the greed associated with money. In reality, so-called currencies completely detached from commodities bring nothing but more uncertainty and insecurity to human society. The Pearl Standard believes that the retrogression of currency facilitated by technological progress, namely returning to the origin of currency where currency is tied to commodities, can align technological progress with human progress, thereby truly enhancing humanity's freedom and happiness index. The first essential element of a sound currency is its environmental friendliness, especially in promoting ocean conservation and blue carbon projects. The protective technology patented by the Pearl standard effectively solves historical technical barriers that led to pearls being unable to securely, stably, and durably maintain their value and thus exit the currency status due to their high heterogeneity. It reinstates pearls as the financial role of anchor commodities and achieves a perfect balance between non-homogeneity and homogeneity in the anchoring material. The Pearl standard uses 300,000 pearls that meet the A-level standard of the Pearl Standard 9S certification system. See Appendix 3, Pearl Standard 9S certification system. As the financial anchor for the first stage of the Pearl standard system, in the Pearl standard system, the anchor commodities are referred to as PPS, Pearl of Pearl Standard, using the Pearl standard's proprietary terminology. The commodity currency of the Pearl standard, whether the first-generation circulating currency PSC or the second-generation commercial currency PSD, embodies the free will of currency issuance and circulation. It completely abandons the centralized minting model where the platform issues currency and a few control the issuance process. It is a form of digital encrypted currency beyond the concept of national sovereignty, but with reliable anchoring materials. The vast majority of circulating currencies in modern society are embodiments of national and interest group wills, and the value of currency is no longer based on human consensus and autonomous choice. Currencies backed by national credit endorsed by national and interest group wills inevitably lead to cyclical inflation, which brings economic recession or even collapse to human society. In the process of obtaining block accounting rights, the Pearl standard innovatively introduces the scenario problem standard answer approach, where all participants in the Pearl standard scenario achieve consistency in information acquisition channels. They engage in public and fair guessing on an uncertain but trending issue. The winner is determined based on the degree of convergence between the guessed answer and the actual result. This guessing process is entirely voluntary and only requires the use of basic human intelligence without the need for high-performance CPUs. The Pearl standard believes that retrogression without the need for proof of work is, in fact, more advanced. The prevailing mechanisms, such as mining, are extremely unfair and unequal. The results inevitably evolve into financial competitions and monopolies of a few, leading to energy consumption and environmental degradation competitions. The PS-DeFi system constructed by the Pearl standard implements advancement in two basic stages, with two advanced steps in each stage. For specific details, refer to the Pearl Standard Blue Book and Pearl Standard Technical Blue Book. The first stage of Pearl standard construction allows everyone to mint coins, with the value of the coins being equal to the value of the anchoring material, forming the PS-DAO consensus ecosystem. In the first stage, at the first step, the Pearl standard is established with 100,000 PPS, completing the establishment of PS-DAO and forming a consensus ecosystem about the anchoring material PPS, the first-generation Pearl PSC and their trading rules. At this stage, the Pearl standard system operates only the GPM functions of the issuance platform, trading platform, and forum platform. Because the number and frequency of transactions are limited, decentralized blockchain technology is used by the holders of the anchoring material to issue Pearl coins PSC according to their free will. Moreover, each anchoring material PPS is associated with a specific digital wallet, and the total face value of the Pearl coins PSC issued is completely tied to the total price of the anchoring material PPS sales and is equivalent, neither allowing nor making it possible to overissue. Of course, the Pearl standard system is still a completely centralized platform at this stage, with data stored on a public chain through hash, ensuring immutability. The founding block of the Pearl standard PS blockchain is like a seed, sprouting in the construction of the PS-DAO ecosystem of the Pearl standard, intertwined and coexisting with the development of centralized functional platforms. Let it naturally fork, eventually growing into a flourishing tree. In the second step of the first stage, the Pearl standard scales up from 100,000 PPS to 300,000 PPS, and the PS-DAO achieves large-scale operation. The customized platform of the Pearl standard also starts to operate. At this step, the Pearl standard begins to deploy the unique PS blockchain and achieves a forward-compatible soft fork, making the Pearl standard system an open public chain. The Pearl Standard trading platform becomes a green shared node in the cryptocurrency network, friendly to the global environment. Meanwhile, the Pearl Standard develops the unique Panstructural Protocol PSP30, which will effectively achieve machine trust and collaborative consensus, as well as value sharing under free will. As the builders of the PSDAO Consensus Circle, holders of PSC issued by the 300,000 PPS in the first stage of the Pearl Standard ecosystem will permanently hold 50% of the operational revenue rights of the three major functional platforms: the trading platform, the forum platform, and the customized platform. They also possess 100% voting rights, meaning significant decisions of the three platforms, which have financial attributes, will be voted on by holders of PSC issued by the 300,000 PPS, according to their free will. This creates the only decentralized decision-making mode in the field of digital currency that is not platform-led. The PSC will publish its source code and can exist independently of the Pearl Standard platform. PSC holders can freely choose other trading institutions and platforms. Overall, the Pearl Standard system at this stage is still a platform with centralized traits, and the Pearl Coins PSC have not yet achieved complete standardization. Holders of Anchoring Material PPS can hold both Anchoring Material PPS and Pearl Coins PSC. Pearl Coins PSC are still just a non-commercial circulation currency recognized by the Pearl Standard ecosystem and other cryptocurrency ecosystems. The second stage of the Pearl Standard is a revolutionary milestone. The Pearl Standard becomes an absolute standardized anchored cryptocurrency system beyond national sovereignty, and it becomes a commercial circulation currency capable of efficiently processing transactions. Moreover, it enters the ranks of reserve currencies for major economic entities based on the global distribution of GDP among major countries. In the first step of the second stage, the Pearl Standard introduces the second-generation Pearl Coin PSD. PSD is a commercially circulating currency that is absolutely standardized, with its anchoring material not limited to PPS, but determined by any seawater pearl that can serve as an anchoring material by the Pearl Standard PSDAO voting mechanism. The anchoring material for PSD is called PSA. All anchoring materials PSA must enter the Pearl Standard Entrustment Management Center, and the total issuance of PSD is equivalent to the total initial price of PSA. The Pearl Standard Entrustment Management Center does not belong to any functional platform of the Pearl Standard. Instead, it is entrusted and managed by the PS Collaborative Organization, which is a currency anchor asset public safety institution within the Pearl Standard ecosystem. The Pearl Standard Collaborative Organization, PSCO, is also established by the Byzantine Generals Trust Mechanism as a co-governing organization for the Pearl Standard Trust Center. PSD can be exchanged for equivalent PSA at any time from the Pearl Standard Entrustment Management Center. Once the physical pearls serving as PSA leave the Entrustment Management Center, they regain their practical value, but simultaneously lose their anchoring value for PSD because the equivalent PSD ceases to exist. Holders of PSC in the ecosystem marked by 300,000 PPS in the first stage are automatically upgraded in batches from PSC to PSD, signifying their role as founding members of the Pearl Standard. As the Pearl Standard system enters the first stage of the second phase, the Pearl Standard blockchain undergoes a hard fork, evolving into the innovative PSQ-FESC, Pearl Standard Quadrant Fuzzy Synchronization Chain. PSQ-FESC is a blockchain technology path augmented with AI, enabling seamless integration with major mobile communication operators to achieve instant, high-volume transaction processing for commercial transactions across all scenarios. Classic blockchain node synchronization technology cannot handle instantaneous high-volume transactions, yet a commercial circulation currency system must simultaneously process countless global commercial transactions, especially high-frequency microtransactions. Therefore, relying on advancements in AI technology and balancing data security and operational efficiency, PSQ-FESC of the Pearl Standard will pioneer the capability of handling instant high-volume transactions in the cryptocurrency field. At the same time, in the global commercial circulation scenario, the Pearl Standard's digital wallet enables unlimited free downloads and adopts the PSNK technology, the Pearl Standard's proprietary zero-knowledge proof technology. ensuring the privacy and security of PSD assets. In the second step of the second stage, supported by its solid anchoring commodity, the PSD of the Pearl Standard integrates with the global trend of monetary multipolarity. The PSD establishes exchange relationships with major fiat currencies based on the proportions of GDP of major countries, achieving low-friction conversion and becoming a reserve currency for some countries. The centralized platform of the Pearl Standard completes its historic mission by evolving and eventually disappearing. The issuance platform and the customized platform of its functionalities no longer have legal contracts with the Pearl Standard system and transform into independent market-oriented entities focused on the market. The core functions of the trading platform and the forum platform merge into the Byzantine fault tolerance mechanism of the Internet. Only the absolutely standardized PSD becomes a globally accepted and unimpeded digital cryptographic currency in any commercial scenario, a truly valuable currency. With a Pearl in hand, the world is at my command.